Hey everyone, James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Dricus Du Plessis, the middleweight champion, will be defending his title against Khamzat Chimaev on August 16th, UFC 319 in Chicago. So the time I'm recording this, this is not official yet. I wanted to get ahead of this. I got a tip that this fight was going to be happening. So hopefully all goes well and Chicago's going to get an awesome main event. So a couple things from this. First and foremost, we kind of knew this was going to be the next fight for Du Plessis. There was no other contenders really that were waiting in the wings to fight him. I guess there could have been maybe like a Kayao or Imavov or one of them, but Chimaev is the rightful challenger in the spot. And the second thing is, it looks like Chimaev can fight in the U.S. That was sort of a big thing. He has not fought in the United States in quite some time. I'm trying to remember his last fight on American soil. Was it Diaz-Ferguson, I think was the last time? That was in 2022, so a bit of a ways there. But anyways, let's do a quick tale of the tape between these two. Again, we kind of knew this was happening, and thankfully, I've been getting pros picks for this for quite some time because I kind of knew this was next. So you look at Du Plessis, 31 years old, 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. He's fighting Khamzat Chimaev, who is 6'2" with a 75-inch reach. So Chimaev gonna have just a slight height advantage here at 6'2", but Du Plessis is gonna have the reach in this fight with 76 compared to 75. Now, Du Plessis has been on an absolutely incredible run, has yet to lose in the UFC. In fact, his last loss was way back in 2018 when he fought at welterweight. So he actually hasn't lost at middleweight in a very long time. We know the wins that he's had. Obviously, the Whitaker one. They both have stoppage wins over Robert Whitaker. Defeated Sean Strickland in Toronto in a fight which was close, but he ended up getting it. The real performance though was the Israel Adesanya fight. I believe he was an underdog going into that fight, and he ends up submitting Adesanya, first fighter to do so. So yeah, slight underdog in that one, plus 110, and then coming off a fight against Sean Strickland, which, Strickland's tough to take out. The only guy to knock out Strickland at 185 is Alex Pereira. So, didn't get the finish there, but still a good effort in that one. So, again, DDP has been on quite the roll right now. Just when you want to count him out, it seems like he does end up getting it done here. So, really interesting fight. And we're already hearing the trash talk back and forth on social media. This is going to be an all-time classic. So, I'm really excited they're booking this. I don't know why this fight didn't happen on UFC 317. There were some rumors about an injury, but DDP came out and basically said that they're working on the fight. I don't know. So we'll see what's sort of going on there as far as why this fight took so long to book. With Chimaev, it's been a bit. So yeah, 31 years old, 6'2" with a 75-inch reach. His last fight was the win over Robert Whitaker, which was back in October. So bit of a layoff coming into this one. Not a ton, but a lot of people felt like it should have been him fighting Sean Strickland instead of Sean Strickland on the card earlier this year. So he's going to be fighting for the first time since October. Prior to that, it was a year before, the win over Kamaru Usman on short notice in a fight where he nearly finished Usman in the first round and then ends up taking the majority decision. But the Whitaker's fight is what has secured him the title shot, that ranked win that everyone was sort of waiting for him to happen at 185. Obviously, previously fought at welterweight, a couple fights, obviously defeating Li Jingliang, Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holland. So Chimaev, can he do it again here against DDP? Now, look, I've been pretty good on DDP fights. I picked him against Adesanya. I picked him against the two. Well, I don't think it was a shocker that I picked him against Strickland. Actually, no, I think I might have picked Strickland in the first fight. Yeah, I did. So I'll take that back. And I definitely picked Robert Whitaker over him. So I haven't actually been that good on DDP picks. Maybe I'm going to be wrong here, but I'm going to be going with Khamzat Chimaev. And I just really what it boils down to for me is I don't know if anyone gets out of the first round with Chimaev at 185. I think Chimaev, when he's healthy, when he's good to go, he is very, very tough to take out. But I will say this, and this is not being contrarian. I think this is sort of what everyone's thinking. The longer this fight goes, I think this does favor DDP. So I think if Chimaev gets it done, which I think he will, I think it'll be early, first, second, third round around there. If it goes to round 4, I think DDP is going to be the one who's going to be taking this, and it could either be a late finish or possibly a decision here. And I'll do an early look preview on this. There's a lot we got to dig into between these two. The big one for me with Chimaev is the lack of activity, but we'll see how he does because, again, he's only got one ranked win at middleweight. He beat Usman. Again, Usman's a welterweight though. So we'll see how he does against DDP, who is also a former welterweight, but DDP's been at middleweight for quite some time. But yeah, I'm leaning Chimaev on this one. I think he does get it done, but wouldn't shock me in the least if DDP gets the win just because he is very, very good. And we'll wait to see what the rest of this card looks like. I'm sure if Bilal Muhammad would have won last weekend at the time I'm recording this at UFC 315, Bilal was going to be fighting in Chicago because he's obviously from there. I still would expect Bilal to be on this card unless he's got an injury going on. But again, that card, I'll just remind you, they don't have it listed here on Tapology yet, but I'm hearing it is August 16th in Chicago. I think at the time of recording this, they're just waiting for the venue to get finalized. So if you're watching this, it's official. Let's hope it's in Chicago or this video is going to look a little weird. But yeah, 319 Chicago, August 16th, DDP and Khamzat Chimaev. That is what they are looking on. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Obviously, this was the fight to make, but what's your prediction? Let me know who you're leaning towards in this fight. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.